all right, so we just glitched out. The Matrix.
Yeah, no,
it happens. So we're talking about the fragmented part of our industry, right? So how do you kind of navigate all that, right?
Yeah, I think it's you're dealing with. There's so many moving parts. You're dealing with a lot of different, like you said, title companies, lenders, buyers, sellers, a lot of personalities, a lot of emotion, and people want everything done.
There's a lot of egos.
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing, again, as an agent, you can kind of keep everybody in line in terms of communicating and saying, okay, where are we with this? Where are we with this? And I think
traffic control, right?
Yeah, literally, it's just kind of literally it's like the line to drop your kids off at school. You gotta navigate through it all, but you just got to make sure at the end of the day that people realize that we're all
doing the same thing,
and we're all after the same goal. We want to close this deal for every party involved, right?
Yeah.
So let's just get there. If there's an issue, if someone brings up an issue, you do whatever you can to get on top of it, and it's just a constant. It's literally communication. If you slip or you're not paying attention, something happens, and you're everybody everyone goes haywire.
Chaos.
It's chaos.
Yeah.
Again, it's controlled chaos. That's what you got to do. It's like at home, in the office, wherever. But I think that as an agent, what I try to do is just kind of keep everybody involved, or at least make sure that when emails are going out and things are going out, things are done the right way, and just take control if you can, because it's just, everyone's so busy, everyone has so many things going on.
Yeah.
It's just something you can control, and like I said, everybody at the end of the day has a job to do, and everyone does it.
Yeah.
And like I said, at times you got to just make sure everyone's doing it well, including yourself, to make sure that the seller gets their house sold and the buyer gets the house they want to buy. And at the end of the day, it's really what
and cool heads will prevail always. I feel like it's really hard. So we were talking about this before, and I used to earlier in my career get really, really pissed off.
Yeah,
and I'd pop off. I'd be like, "You're an idiot," and I'm like, And ultimately, that's not going to help. No. It's not going to do anything good. What's difficult with us also, it's like it's not only that you're not only just dealing with all these different moving parts. You're dealing with different companies with different standards and different times, and
it's not all the same.
They're all different. Like this person might do something this way, and this title company might do that, and that lender might do this, and this agent might do that. So it's really, and this is why I don't think it'll ever get automated. I don't think it'll ever be totally automated, because there's no way to control every part of that transaction and not have someone having a lot of people working together in tandem, and B, someone helping, because ultimately the client doesn't know this. The people buying these houses, a lot of times, they don't realize the absolute discombobulation that our industry is. Yeah. It literally is like jigsaw pieces that you got to put together, and sometimes they don't fit, and you got to make sure that they feel good. And if they walk away and they don't know that any of that chaos was happening on the back end, you did a good job.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that's a good thing they don't know.
Right.
Because I think that you again, where everyone's after the same thing. And other agents, we talk and we'll say, listen, we're after the same thing here. We got to get this done, regardless of what happened or what just happened. Like you said, cooler heads always prevail.
Yeah.
You can get into it with another agent, and then 10 minutes later, it's like, hey, we're gonna do. Oh, great, awesome, thank you.
Right.
It's always because you're just kind of heat of the moment. It's stressful. You want
Yeah.
you don't want anything happening to jeopardize what your clients want.
Yeah.
Or what they're. It's just. Yeah, it can become tense, but at the end of the day, when it closes, everyone's like, "Okay, hug it out."
Yeah,
and have a drink, and
that's it. And what happens is ultimately, if you tell someone to fuck off in the let's say I tell an agent, I'm like, "You're an idiot." Fuck, I never want but you're gonna end up seeing that person again.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? It's like, hey man, did you fuck off?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that,
yeah.
dude. So you want to be professional. And the biggest thing, in my opinion, is everybody needs to set the right expectations and be very, very clear with everybody. If there's a delay, they need to know. It's not fair to sit there and hold bad information in you think you're protecting people, but you're hurting them.
Yeah, I think that's always that can be an issue, because I get it. You don't want to deliver bad news ever. No. But I don't even think it's bad news if you know there's going to be a delay. You get in front of it and say, hey guys, here's what's going on. Everything's fine, but we got to wait a couple days because X, Y, and Z happened, but it's all done.
Right.
Everyone has their again, moving parts.
Or if there's a major issue, it's like, dude, they bought a car and now their ratios are out of whack. I don't know if we're gonna get this fixed.
Right.
Everybody needs to know that the moment you know that, dude.
Yep.
Don't try to fix it on the back end and because ultimately if it doesn't get fixed and time goes by, then it's horrible.
It makes it even worse.
Here's what I tell my LOs. It's like it's much better to upset someone with the truth than hide something and upset them with a lie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's just I've had a circumstance earlier this year that I got that phone call saying he's not taking the job. He's so he can't get finance. He's not getting the house, and I got to go tell my sellers that.
Yeah,
after 3 weeks, and it was. I mean, I think
that's nightmare, dude.
I think I pulled over to the side of the road and just
threw up.
Oh, yeah, they tried to throw up, and they make the call, and again they were. It's disappointing, but at the same time, if you try and save it for a week, and then it's just.
And what I tell my LOs all the time, it's like there's a lot of people's lives at stake here. People might have moving trucks.
Well,
right?
that's it.
You know what I mean? And those people might be buying another house, and there might be 5 transactions all connected to that one deal.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in. I did a contingency and a contingency and a contingency, more or less. I mean, I was like, this is never going to happen, and it literally did. And it was, but there were so many. There's so many things that had to happen for it all to happen, and people's lives were being affected. It was crazy, but we got it done.
So the audience understands this. So basically, let's say you go buy a house, and you're selling your house, and you need the funds to buy from that house to buy the new house. Oh. And then those people that are selling their house that you're buying might be having the same situation. And there might be another couple of people that have the same situation. There might be 3 or 4 deals. And if any, we're talking about how fragmented everything is. So you got everything. It's like hitting the lottery. Yeah, everything would have to work out perfectly, and it's very, 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 very crazy. So it is difficult if there is something that goes wrong. I'll give you an example. So I had a client buying a house, and so before you actually close, after we underwrote the whole thing, he was clear to close. Yeah, everything's ready. We've got the date scheduled, and the very last thing the investor does is they'll call the employer and say, "Hey, is he still working there? Yeah, there he is. Cool. Bye." They're not really verifying income or anything. They just want to make sure he still works there. Right. He quit. He quit. Yeah. So I called him. I'm like, dude, you didn't. He's like, well, yeah, I quit my job. I'm like, well, do you have another job lined up? No. I'm like, dude. He's like, what's wrong with that? And I just want the audience to understand this. If you don't have any income, you can't have any outcome. Right.
That's well put.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you don't have any income, you can't buy anything. Right. Nobody's going to give you money. No. Right. So. Luckily his dad ended up bailing him out. Oh, good. Yeah, so I mean but that's
like that. Yeah,
you could do everything right. Right. So that's how crazy our industry is. No matter how good you are at your craft, there's so many things that can trip you up. Yeah. So okay, so we're gonna do this thing. We do this thing called 3 questions. Yeah. And so we ask you 3 random questions. I might ask you a couple more because we have some time.
Oh yeah, let's do
it. All right. First question that we always ask everybody is, what scares Mr. Desmond?
You know what? Lately, heights. Really? I don't know when. I don't know when. Lately? Because I used to not be afraid of heights, and then the last couple of years, like I won't even go on not the merry-go-round.
The Ferris wheel?
Yeah, I won't even go on with my kids. I'm like, I made my wife take them.
Well, Ferris wheels are screwed up. Anyways,
I don't like them.
You have some roadie putting them together. You know what I mean? He's putting together his Ferris wheel. He's half drunk. In the back.
Oh yeah. No, he's
like, get on the ride, kids.
But yeah, heights. Even like watching people who are high up, I can't. It gives me anxiety. Really? I don't know why. And this is like a new development.
So I grew up being afraid of heights. Yeah. I used to have this dream. I'm gonna go very deep in my psyche right now. So I used to have this dream growing up that I was in my bed and I'd falling off a building, but I'm in my bed while I'm falling, and I'd wake up just terrified. Right. Yeah. This is my reoccurring dream. And then we went to Cedar Point. My sister, who was 5 years younger than me, she's like, I'm going on the Raptor. I'm like, all right. I can't say no.
Yeah, you got to go.
I pissed myself a little bit. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, was that bad?
Yeah, it was bad. So, but I ended up, I'm a weirdo. Like, if something scares me, I just go, and like, I'll fly, like jump out of a plane.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm not a huge flyer.
Yeah.
I think it's a control thing. Like, if I was flying the plane, I'd be fine. If you were flying the plane, I'd even be fine. I wouldn't care. But it's just some guy I don't know. He's got my life in his hand. I don't like it. And now I'm even getting to the point where I don't like flying with my wife. If we don't have the kids, I'm like, well, what if something happens? And, then my brother's raising them.
You're getting neurotic in your own age.
I am, dude. I'm freaking myself out.
It's awesome.
I flew by myself a couple weeks ago. I was fine.
That's funny.
But when I'm with her, I'm like, I don't like that. Something bad's gonna happen.
You gotta stop thinking like that.
I know.
If something bad's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, man. There's nothing you can do to stop it. It's so funny.
I don't know. I'm getting old.
All right.
Old and scared.
Next question I wanted to ask you is when Kyle Desmond wants to get turned up in his car, what does he play?
Tough. Probably Oasis.
Oasis?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Oasis. I'm trying to think.
Are
What
they ever
else?
gonna make another record? Do you think?
No.
No, they're done. They're done.
I'm
they
trying
hate
to think
each
what
other.
else. Yeah, they do hate each
They
other.
hate each
But
other.
yeah, no, that's always a go-to. And then if
Like
I'm
Wonderwall, it was Wonderwall.
yeah, Wonderwall, and then some of their rock stuff's really good.
Yeah.
And then
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm trying to think what else.
Anything
I
else
listen to everything but country.
I'm not a country guy either.
Yeah, can't do it.
Not that I like I don't.
I was in Nashville. I appreciated it more now. I appreciate it more now because I was in
Yeah.
Nashville. I get it. It's just not.
I don't.
Not my cup of
There's
tea.
not one time I've ever been in my car and been like, I'm going to listen to country.
Yeah.
That's just me. I'm not
Yeah.
saying there's anything wrong with it. I just feel like it's depressing a lot of times.
Yeah.
You know, it's like my dog
Yeah. No, it's
ate my child.
yeah. And then I think now sometimes I get in the car. I got to play the Frozen soundtrack or
Oh man. Oh my God.
it's-
Let it go.
and now
Let
there's
it
a
go.
second one. There's a second one.
Why did can I ask everybody a question? And Jessica, I don't know if you have the answer to this. Jessica's our engineer.
Probably not.
Why did kids want to watch the same thing 3,000 times over and over and over
my
again?
I have no idea. I don't have children.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. No, my kids watch Smallfoot. You ever seen that one?
No.
They've watched that probably 500 times, and then Batman Lego Movie.
No. Yeah, they're a little young right now. My kids are really into YouTube.
Oh yeah,
They know how to use
they watch-
YouTube
yeah,
way
yeah.
better than I do. They'll swipe. My daughter's into this thing called Game Master.
Oh my God.
And I'm very disturbed by the show. If
Yeah.
you,
My kids watch the weirdest stuff. I'm like, she was watching something in Spanish yesterday. I go, what are you doing?
you see that kid that actually has a toy line now, and,
Yeah.
and all,
He's like a millionaire.
what's he gonna do when he grows up? He's gonna be like a weird like Pee Wee Herman type character.
He's gonna be rich though, so he'll be good.
Rich as shit.
Yeah,
dude.
he's just laughing all the way to the
So
bank with
stupid.
his weirdness. But hey,
If you could live a week in somebody else's body, who would it be and why? And don't make it dirty.
I won't make it dirty.
Yeah.
If I had to be someone for a week, you know what? This sounds weird, but Phil Mickelson.
He's awesome.
He's awesome, and I love golf. He's I mean, the guy he gambles, he parties.
Yeah.
He's an unbelievable golfer, and he just looks like now he's as good. He's just having fun.
He doesn't care anymore.
He doesn't care anymore. Like
No.
I would love to make $150 million a year and just have the most fun in the world.
It's so funny that you bring him up because I was watching clips of him.
Yeah.
And there were just like highlights of him being funny.
Yeah.
And he was mic'd up and he didn't realize it, and he hit a dime piece ball, right?
Yeah.
And his caddy goes, "Nice shot." He goes, "Fuck yeah, that was a nice shot."
It's just like
And then he looks over, he goes, "Oh shit, sorry guys, I didn't know I was mic'd up."
yeah, no, he just the last 6 months. I'm like, man, this guy has totally changed. It's awesome.
It's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
there's another clip of him. The Tiger was getting up on, and they were like going through all his
I've seen that one.
And he goes, "All right, guys, all right,
Yeah,
we
he's
get
like,
it,
I get it. Yeah,
we get it."
Yeah, but no, he's I think in the last 6 months to a year, I just like, wow, and he's
he's awesome.
yeah. Private planes, he's whatever he's doing. That's
He's
awesome.
like, it's like him and John Daly, like in a room would be like really. John Daly's just an animal though.
yeah,
I don't know
it
how-
would be Mickelson or George Clooney at this point.
Oh, dude, that dude is a good looking man.
Well, that and I drink his tequila that he sold for $1 billion.
Oh, did he?
Oh yeah, the
Is
Casamigos.
Is
Yeah.
it good?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It is.
I drink it all the time, or not all the time, once in a while. Sorry.
So Kyle does it. How much do you drink? I'm
No,
joking.
no.
I'm joking.
Yeah,
You don't-
intervention right now.
Yeah. Your wife called me. She's
Yeah. I got her into tequila now too, so I'm slowly converting everybody to tequila.
Dude, I'm telling you, Simon Thomas tried to tell me that tequila is the truth, and I'm like, I was always a vodka guy.
Yeah.
Now I'm really into bourbon. I love my bourbon,
Yep.
but I just feel like I'm going to get raped when I do tequila.
I'm telling you, got to get past the El Toro.
Is
And
it
that-
the El
just-
Toro?
Yeah, just think of it's now. I mean,
What's that
every
big,
tequila I
big-
have is good.
What's that big white bottle that
Oh,
looks
the
like?
Casa Azul. It looks like that's so good.
It is good. 'Cause Simon
it's
Thomas,
dangerous.
he got me a bottle of
Yeah.
that.
You'll love that. It's dangerous because it's so smooth, and you'll
Really?
be like, whoa, I've had too many.
Okay.
It's so good. It's expensive, but it's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, tequila's becoming.
It's a
think
thing.
The guy
know.
told me
It's a thing.
at this liquor store by my house, very knowledgeable guys, said that vodka sales over the last year and a half are down almost 40%.
Tequila's growing.
Tequila's
big time.
up like doubled.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think, you don't. It's like an upper, so you don't. It's a different kind of thing.
Buzz,
and
yeah.
I use my wife as an example. Like I'm like, just stick to tequila and let me know what happens. She's like, yeah, I feel fine.
Yeah.
The
hangovers aren't as bad because my hangovers are horrendous.
Do tequila and you'll be like, wow, it's a game changer. And I think it's good for you. Personally, I think it's good for you. It's good for you.
I could get drunk again.
Yeah, exactly. This is great.
This is
good.
good.
It's good for your stomach. I mean, there's a lot of good qualities about it.
Yeah, it's a vitamin.
So next time you drink it, call me. Next day. Call me the next day and let me know.
I haven't drank tequila since I was in.
I know, you've got to get past the El Toro. So much better now.
I don't know if I can. I think I was raped.
Yeah, you probably,
I think that's what happened.
Spring break 99 ruined it for you?
Not to make rape jokes, everyone. Yes. I know. I'm going to get phone calls on that for sure. All right, man. Well, listen, tell the audience how they can get a hold of you, dude.
Yeah, you can. My email is kdesmond@hollandhunter.com. I have a website, kyledesmond.com. You can go directly to the Holland Hunter
You own
website.
your domain?
Yeah.
Smart. You want to know what I do? Just so you know. Sorry, we're totally off topic. I buy people's domains.
and then make them buy it.
I sit on it. I bought Salvatore's. I bought Brad's.
Oh my, that's actually kind of
I literally, I'm like weird like that. I buy domains and sit on them.
Yeah. And I'm on Facebook. Kyle Desmond Real Estate on Facebook.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So Kyle
easy to get
Desmond.
Yeah.
KYLE, right?
KYLEDSMOND.com. All my contact info's on there as well. So I'm easy to find.
Well, Kyle, dude, literally, and I mean this wholeheartedly, you're one of my favorite agents every time I see you. So
it's mutual, brother.
I appreciate you coming on the show and spending some time with us and talking to our audience, man.
Great, man.
All right,
Thanks for having me.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. That was fun, dude.
That was fun.